Hello and welcome to Rockstar UK. In this episode we're going to be cracking on with the auto finesse build. So we've been in a bit of a time crunch with this. I'm trying to get this bike together, running, all tuned up and basically ready to ride towards the end of the month. That's a really big push. I literally only just got the parts back from paint yesterday, which is that'll be Friday the 23rd or 22nd, something like that. So today being Saturday, I'm literally ploughing on trying to get as much of this built as possible. So as you can already see, like to the side of me, I've got the two frames together, I've put the motor on, I've put the mount on, put the shock on, I've put the ankle biter kit on, the transmission kit on, the 11 pulse stator, all the engine plastics, the big brake kit that's on the back, that's all on. I've even put on what we call the rear sets, which are like basically like offset where you put your pegs. Those are in. So now it's more towards the front end that I've got to work. So I need to get the race bearing onto the steering stem or triple tree, whatever you call it. I also need to put the front wheel on. I need to put the forks on and then space it all so it's all even in the middle. Then we've got to put the front cowlings on, handlebars, all that sort of stuff. And then the hardest bit is obviously the wiring. I've not done a Metruck before, so this is all new to me on the wiring and where it's got to be positioned. If you think about a ruckus, all your electronics are right up the front in that like battery box area. Well, you haven't got that on the Metropolitan. You've got no front storage to sort of put them. So my thoughts are putting them basically towards the middle. We've got a battery box that's been made by, I can't remember the company now. If I find it, it'll be a link in the description. But I've also got a steering stem adapter because the Metropolitan plastics come up a little bit higher. So you have to put like a little stem adapter in which just raises the handlebars up just a couple of inches just to clear those plastics. We're using the drop bars like I usually do, that's my style. So we're going to be using them. So yeah, let's just head into it and crack on. So as you can see, we've got the two frames together. We've got the CNC rear set on. We've even got the side stand. The engine's been completely built, so it's a 171cc tied-up bore kit with big valve head, A12 cam, you know, all the other good stuff in there. It's all been wrinkle blacked. I've modified the shock because you've got to modify that little piece in there for interference. I've had the spring painted. Everything else is nice raw finish CNC. The ankle biter kit's been painted the same as the frame, and everything else. So you can see there's our little battery box. We've got the pump and coil on. Look at the crinkle, it's come out lovely. And the paint finish that Old Bones Fabrication did is top notch. I'm super happy with that. I'm just trying my best not to scratch anything. I mean, he's even filled in all of these areas and Frenched it so it's all lovely and clean. Painted the spring, painted the ankle biter kit. Here's the rest of the bits here. And there's the main cowling. You see that super gloss shine on it because they put a show coat on it, which is basically an extra layer of lacquer just to bring out that shine. And there's the side pieces over there. We're putting white walls on it, which I think will be a nice contrast against the grey. But yeah, let's crack on a bit more, see how much we can get done this weekend. So apologies for the lighting, it's getting a little dark out there. So put the first tyre on, and I'm just in the process of doing this one. It's a bit hard getting it over, like getting the B to seat right up on that one. Maybe it's just the temperature or something, but normally it comes straight up, but sometimes it does like that. Yeah, the Shinko tyres are quite a tight tyre, and they got quite a hard sidewall, so they don't move like Michelin's and stuff like that do. Also, this piece, which is the front headlight and horn cover, I've polished the headlight and put that in, and then Felix, my guy from the workshop, has given me this cool little light eyebrow which finishes that piece off, so I'll just put them over there just in case this thing had a little pop and moved some stuff or jumped. So undercowl has got to go on because I've got to cut away for where the what do you want to call it, kickstand comes out, and then we can start putting the plastics in. And I've also got to do this front end. I want to get this into like a rolling bike so that I can, number one, move it around, but also lifting it up gives me a chance to work underneath it. So yeah, this will be fun. Okay, so it's about, let's have a look at the time. It's literally 25 past 10 at the moment, in the evening that is. So I think today I'm going to call it a day. If you tire yourself out, you can end up making mistakes and stuff, or chipping something or dinging something, and that's the last thing I want to do on a build like this, especially for auto finesse. So I'll just quickly run over all the pieces that I've done. So let's take you through it. So as you can see, the bike's in a rolling format at the moment. Not finished because I've still got to do the rear and the front brakes. I just wanted to make sure that the axle spacing on the front is good, which it is. It's nice and in line. The spacing's nice and equal. Get a finger in there, get a finger in there, well just in there and just there. So I did have to put an additional washer there, which comes in the kit, so you can see looking good. So we got the race bearing pressed onto here. Literally, if you stick this in the freezer, leave it there for, you know, a good few hours. I think I put that in there about sort of like 8 o'clock this morning, come back to it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock. Then the ring that's there, or the bearing seat, heat it up to, it almost changes colour from like a black to a green. Then it should slip down like most of the way onto here, and then what I do is use the old bearing cup, turn it upside down, and then if you hit the bearing cup you won't actually damage the bearing seat. So get that in there. I've got the forks in place and just, it's all buttoned up. Coming up we've got the, I think it's Zen Customs Ruckus to Metropolitan adapter, and then we've got the TRS clip-on style handlebars, all billet. Even these are solid, as you can see there. But this is all, oh, it's beautifully matched. Even like machining on where the nut sits, it recesses into there so that it holds it, so you haven't got to, and it's proper sturdy. And what I do is I just literally make, get the autofocus on, get this line to match up so it's nice and flush there and there. That's how I know I've got a nice angle. And they do slant down slightly, which is nice. Coming along, rear sets are on, frames on, battery box is on, Mikuni pump and coil bracket is on, obviously the engine mount. We've got all the CVT stuff on, which we mentioned earlier, spring, and then back wheel, I mounted the tyre. I was having a little bit of issue getting this bead to pop. Finally got it to go, just with a bit of heat, slightly over on the PSI, not by huge amounts, otherwise you can do some damage, and obviously I don't want to advise going too high on PSI, but a little bit of dish soap along the edge and a bit of heat will just help it to go pop. So we've got the M10 to M12 stud adapters going onto the TRS modified lug nuts. You know about the engine, 171cc tidal motor with forged piston, big valve head, A12 cam. We're getting there, it's coming along quite quickly, but like I said, headlight, polished the headlight up and done Felix's light eyebrow, so it's all coming along. Auto Finesse have still got to send me the seat so I can get that pinned in place, and then can lay that on and just checking the water positioning. Tomorrow I'm gonna stick the bottom pan on and start thinking about where my wires are going to go. The issue I've got at the moment is on the TRS hub. It might just be this particular setup, might not be for everybody, but just on the back here, this section where it is already scalloped out, I'm actually touching the center axle nut there, so it's pushing it off, which wouldn't allow the wheel to sit against the disc brake kit. So it could be a combination of the disc brake kit with that, wheels, etc., all like that. Might just not allow it to sit properly, but we're looking good, making some good progress, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So if you like today's video, there will be another one in short succession straight after. Probably going to leave that a week to get that one out. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all of those good things, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.